Hello everybody, welcome to Dr.K.Liu Math channel. This question is Pure Maths 1994, paper 1. It is a complex number question. This is number 6. And let RARG, it means argument, this one. Of EZ denote the principal value of the argument of complex number EZ. EZ is between negative pi to pi. And if for the first part, if EZ is non-zero, then EZ plus EZ conjugate equal to 0. So the argument of EZ is actually equal to positive or negative pi over 2. Okay, let's see that if EZ is R cosine theta plus I sine theta, and EZ conjugate equal to R cosine theta minus I sine theta. That means if EZ plus EZ conjugate, it means there is 2 real part, because this part is cancelled. And 2 real part of EZ. Now, for this one, if EZ plus EZ conjugate equal to 0, that means that 2 real part of EZ is equal to 0. If that EZ part is 0, that means EZ is purely imaginary number, is a purely imagined number. That is for the Argand diagram. This real part, this imaginary part, and that purely imaginary, that complex number is non-zero. That is either this one, either this or this. Should be 1. Therefore, the argument should be equal to pi over 2 or negative pi over 2. Therefore, argument of EZ equal to pi over 2 or negative pi over 2. Okay, that is first part. For the second part, if EZ1 and EZ2 are non-zero, and EZ1 plus EZ2, the modules of EZ1 plus EZ2 equal to the module of EZ1 minus EZ2, so that this part is equal 0. Okay, in general, if we have to prove this one, we can take square on both hand side of this part. For this one, we can take square on both hand side, and take square means can be changed to the multiplication of complex number. That is EZ1 plus EZ2 times EZ1 conjugate plus EZ2 conjugate. And on the right hand side, also EZ1 minus EZ2 times EZ1 conjugate minus EZ2 conjugate. And then expand this. Both hand side, expand both hand side. EZ1 conjugate plus EZ1 EZ2 conjugate plus EZ1 conjugate EZ2 equal to EZ1 EZ1 conjugate minus EZ1 EZ2 conjugate minus EZ1 conjugate EZ2 plus EZ2 conjugate EZ2 times EZ2 conjugate. From here we can see that those things. Oh, sorry, I missed one term here. EZ2 times EZ2 conjugate. And from this we can see that those terms are cancelled, and these terms are the same. These two terms are the same. These two terms are the same, and therefore we have 2 times z1 z2 conjugate plus z1 conjugate z2 equal to 0. Yeah, and because z1 and z2 are non-zero, then we can both hand side divided by, let me, oh, I make mistake here. This is, yeah, low conjugate here. And both hand side divided by z1 conjugate, and let me see, z2 and z2. Yeah, z2 conjugate and z2. Okay, then for this one, because the 2 can be cancelled here, I don't want to write down this one again. Okay, and separate term by term. We can see that z1 over z2 plus z1 conjugate plus z2 conjugate. That means z1 over z2 plus z1 over z2 conjugate here. That is the, yeah, that is the first part of that, this one. And by the okay, and then by part A, and if this format equal to 0, then the argument of z1 over z2 equal to pi over 2, or negative pi over 2. Okay, but the answer hence find all the positive values of argument. All positive values, only one values, only one. Therefore, we get the second, because we only need to write down the positive. Okay, this is the answer of this question. Okay, that's number 6. Hong Kong A-level pure maths, the year 1994, paper 1. Okay, I hope guys can enjoy this video. If you found Dr. K.Liu Maths channel is useful, please subscribe my channel. Bye bye.